Welcome back to the Across All Wave Show. Whoa, hey.
Fucking what?
The Across All Wave Show.
Cross all wave?
Across All Wave Show.
Oh, cross all wave sounds like a French dish.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome to the show, Ace. How you doing?
I'm doing quite all right. I got soda.
You got soda. I got refreshed water.
That's not soda.
It's not soda? Oh.
No.
It's uncaffeinated
Sure.
soda. All right. Should we get on with the questions then?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You got it for me. Shoot.
So you started gaining popularity from TikTok. Is there anything they could do to make the app better for creators?
There's a lot they could do to make the app better for creators, Hexy Music. I could go on for a while, but to summarize...
Yeah, go ahead.
The way that TikTok works is basically people will find your videos, and depending on how they interact with it, it will get recommended further if enough people interact well with it, and it gets sent to more people. How they interact sent to more people.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, they just... It feels like they're really closed off to specific kinds of content, and certain people are just singled out. Like, I was kind of beaten up quite a bit for no apparent reason. And just the format of TikTok itself gets really boring really fast. Because you get a lot of big numbers, but none of those people are sticking around. Those are all people that are going, whoop, okay, there you are, whoop, you're gone, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it lacks fulfillment.
I know that TikTok has a bad case of like muting audios and banning creators and all that. Like I know Callie's been having trouble with it.
Keeg, you remember Keeg from SMP?
Yeah.
Keeg could tell you all about it, dude. The TikTok is pretty brutal with cutting down on anything where you say fuck or dick in it. They're pretty brutal about that.
Oh, that explains why my TikToks don't do anything. Because that's pretty much like the only word I say. Okay, how do I get fat bitches on my dick?
Fat bitches on your dick or bad bitches?
Fat.
Fat?
Yeah.
Go to any fast food chain in America, go inside, just camp out there next to the soda machine. Just wait until you
just next to the soda machine.
Be like, hey baby, you wanna be scaled like a mountain, and then you give her your number, and that's how you get her. If you're trying to get a bitch who looks like Gloria from Madagascar, that's what you want to do,
hey,
bro.
I'm trying to be the Moto to my Gloria, okay?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I mean, if I have to scale her at the soda machine, I gotta scale her, okay? I'm just scared that if I say scale, they're gonna get mad. Do you think if I say scale, they're gonna get mad? No, like if I say scale, do you think they'll get like PTSD of like man, I wish I weighed less?
On a scale?
Yeah.
Just compliment their chunk, dude. That's the thing. A lot of ladies are scared to have any chunk at all, but they don't realize it's more to grip, dude.
I got good grip strength.
Yeah, of course.
It's like I can just hold on.
Yeah.
Are there any content creators that you want to collab with in the future?
So many. There's so many, dude.
Is there any that you can name off?
There's Uzern I've worked with quite a bit. He's like a Valorant creator. I've already done some stuff with him, but I want to hang out with that guy more. He's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Trip Mac is another. He's a streamer, and I wanna do more shit with him. He's a blast. And those are like the ones that reasonably probably will happen. But shooting for the stars, I would love to work with people like Drumsy. Drumsy's fucking awesome. Love his stuff. And like musically, Garrett Williamson is someone I really look up to, and someone that I would willingly pay money if I had it to like learn music stuff from him.
You would pay them money to learn music stuff from them?
Yeah, to be like my personal teacher.
Who's Garrett Williams? What kind of music does he do? I haven't heard of him.
Garrett Williamson?
Yeah.
He does a lot of shit where he takes a bit from a Nintendo track or something and samples it. But also he does his own solo stuff. Like he's done music for Scott the Woz. He does a bunch of like internet music stuff. Like,
is it kind of like how what Mr. Wobbles does?
Yeah.
In a sense,
he's like a more production heavy Mr. Wobbles. Mr. Wobbles is another one. Love that dude.
I love Mr. Wobbles. He's pretty cool. So you said you want to do content like if you're shooting for the stars, you want to do content with Drumsy, right?
Yeah.
So, being a fan of Drumsy and having the opportunity to chat with him, do you think there will be a collab in the future?
It's kind of like, it's not impossible, but also it is like a really hopeful thing. I have DMs with him on Twitter where I was like, hey, dude, I'd love to edit for you. And he was like, dude, you're perfect, but you're under 18, so...
Drumsy, if you're watching this...
Dude, if your doors are open in 2 years, let me know. But
Drumsy, if you're watching this, I mean... he's here.
I chatted like with that friend group, and I love their stuff. Like all of them, Moxie, Peach, Illy, Emmy, they're all a blast.
I know you talked to Emmy.
Yeah.
I remember watching that video. That was a good video.
Yeah,
no,
so
I
like
think...
just their vibe, like I feel like my sense of humor, like since he was someone I genuinely grew up watching from like the Call of Duty auto-tune trolling days.
Yeah,
his sense of humor has sort of been imprinted into me, so I automatically sort of get along with it.
It's funny because that's when I started watching Drumsy too.
Yeah, dude.
But watching that group, like I usually just watch Drumsy and I kind of got away from it, and I started watching it more like recently. I didn't watch any of the friend group, but knowing who they are, I think it'd be a cool friend group to kind of get to know and create content with. They just seem like a
Maybe
really
even
good
not
group.
Even just hang out with.
Yeah,
dude.
just
I'd
hang
love
out.
to hang out with those dudes.
Yeah. There's so many people that are in that space that would be really cool to just hang out with and ask questions and.
The VR chat world is one where if you're just joining random worlds and you don't have anyone you already know in it, it's going to be boring as shit. You're going to come across mirror dwellers, 12-year-olds. You're not going to... it's rare to run into someone really cool.
Yeah.
So once you sort of like... With Key already, he's invited me to streamer parties before, like on VR chat.
Mm-hmm.
If you have even just a friend who plays it actively... Like, that's the best bet nowadays to find someone interesting. On VR chat, already have someone who's already your friend before you start playing.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to Keeg since maybe our recording session last time. But I may or may not have him on an episode.
Ooh, nice.
May or may not. It may or may not be a special episode too.
My only request, if you do an episode with him, one of the questions you gotta ask is if he likes chips.
If he likes chips,
he'll get it.
Okay. But that may be a special episode if you catch my drift. So you make music. Can you like run us through the process of how you create your songs?
Oh gosh. So beginning it usually goes one of two ways, which is either I have an idea of like a melody or sort of sound that I want to do, and I just sort of like just press buttons until something cool happens. Or number two is I just start pressing buttons until something happens without an idea of what I'm going to do. And a lot of the times it results in like just a project or a beat or something cool that just sits there in limbo forever. But when I'm really going to make something that is going to be published somewhere, I'm going to go back through what I already have and see what is cool enough to go and really finalize and make something worth publishing. Because I'm really, really strict right now on what I'm going to put out, because with my last album, there were a lot of songs that were really choppy. The vocals were meh, and a lot of stuff has just been meh, and I want to avoid that as much as I can. So I'm specifically being really critical on myself to make sure what I put out is the best it can be. Because otherwise, why put it out?
Yeah, I feel that. See, I don't put out a whole lot of music, but when I do, it's usually just like me messing around for like 15 minutes, and I'll go and find loops that people have used, and if I like the sound of the loop, I'll try to incorporate it. So like the last song I put out, it went out like last week or something, but I didn't really promote it at all. I just wanted to see what I could do. I found a loop, or I found a vocal that I liked, built around the vocal, and basically reverbed the vocal all the way up for the chorus, and created to make it sound like a Sith in the background. What I do is just, I'll start something. If I don't finish it, I don't finish it. Usually I'll finish it in like 30 minutes and I'll say, it's good enough.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
I
no,
can,
there's a lot of sampling too. Like basically every sound, if you're doing digital music on the internet, technically every sound you make is already a sound that exists. Every sound is sampled. But the key is to take sounds that already exist that you really like and then put them into a different context under a new light and add your own flair to it and make it yours and make it so that you're not just copy pasting something.
Oh, I guess my camera just died. Anyways,
Yeah.
Editor, you know my editor. It's MiMo.
Oh, MiMo's editing this?
Yeah, he's editing all the across
MiMo.
waves.
How's Germany, dumbass?
Yeah, he's editing all the across all wave shows.
Nice.
So, yeah.
MiMo, can you please put a picture of the plane from Planes on screen right now? Thank you very much.
MiMo, we're gonna make it to 30 minutes. MiMo, we are at 12 minutes and we're already almost halfway through the questions.
Of this one.
We gotta make it to 30 minutes, man. Find a way, please. Let's get back on like the gaming aspect. So you started AceThePlumber Live, right?
I did start
That's where we met. That's where we met a lot of our friends now.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of bringing it back?
Of course I have. Of course I've thought of bringing it back. It was a project that was honestly in the works since SMP Live. Like, I saw the first video of that from Carson's channel, I think. Since I saw that, the idea was brewing in my head, basically copying. But it over time progressed, and it originally was gonna start a while ago, but I'm grateful that it didn't because I was still kind of cringe back then. So when it finally did start, I was a little more established, but I still like... That was a while ago. I think it was a year. Over a year now.
It was over a year.
Over a year. And so I've changed so much as a person. And like my comedy and humor that I look back on that and cringe a little bit at me. But the idea of it all and the concept of it all, I'm really grateful I did it. Because even if in the end it was like an idea or a thing that is now like maybe among the people who watch collectively, the people who are on it, their videos, maybe they hear Ace and Peter like, oh, I think I vaguely remember that. Who cares? I don't care because it really was a great way of bringing people together. And I ended up meeting a lot of people that are my best friends now through that. And I'm really grateful I did it because even if content-wise it didn't really go anywhere, people-wise, it was one of the best things I've ever done. It was so much fun, dude.
Yeah, because that's where I met you, Keeg, Kali, Xenon. I met a lot of people.
The biggest thing that propelled me for that was in the past, I'd introduce one friend group to another or something along those lines, and I'd be like, dude, this is fucking awesome. When it works out and they're having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I want to do this more and maybe on a bigger scale. And I did shoot for the stars with it, and I did invite a lot of people, which definitely was like one of the catalysts for it going down as fast as it did. But also that's the reason why it was what it was, which was a way to meet other creators really easily and to introduce my friends to my friends.
It was like a good hub. It was like a good hub to meet everybody. Like it seemed like, see, I was gone the first week, but it seemed like everybody was on the first week and it just kind of dwindled. But I remember, I've told you this story. Whenever I first saw the applications, I was extremely hesitant of putting it in because I wasn't very established, and I was like, I'm not gonna
make it in.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it in. I was like, you know what, screw it, we're gonna do it anyways. And I made so many friends along the way.
I made it very hard to not get it.
Oh, Derek, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you, Ace. That made me feel so much better.
I made it really hard to not get in. I was very excited to get anyone I could get on there because, like I said, my mindset at the time was the more the merrier.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was really hard to not get in if you applied. Like, I think... Wait, actually, now that I think about it, just because a lot of people applied, I think 40 people total, maybe a little over 40, got in. But I had, at the peak of it, or before it even started, I had around 100 applications.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah, it wasn't. I didn't make it hard to get in. It was not an easy thing to get into. But as long as you weren't just somebody who
Like,
linked your Twitch or
weirdo.
YouTube that had 10 subscribers on YouTube, 5 Twitch followers, haven't streamed in a year, haven't made a video in 3
Oh,
months.
yeah.
If you're not one of those people, you were in, dude.
So me now.
You were in.
So me now.
If you applied right now, I would have been like, I don't know. But there also was a factor of there were a lot of people that haven't uploaded.
Yeah.
But then I still was like, you know what? They're interesting. But if you were boring and you were the latter, you weren't getting it.
Great, I wasn't getting in. See, the only reason I haven't posted is because I've been so busy with either live or trying to get this show going. Like, I've been sitting on the first episode. I've tried to edit it for the past month, and I just haven't been able to. That's why I hired MiMo.
Yeah.
And
content has been pretty slow because I just started my senior year of high school.
Oh yeah, you're a senior.
And I sort of had to like fight to get that back because I got pulled into homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make up a lot of credits through online courses. And then I jumped right back into it with a full 6 period senior year. So I have a full plate right now. So I am busy like all of the week. But I still try to every now and then post a video or two, which I have been doing. Because I love making videos and I have a lot of shit just sitting in like limbo waiting to be edited. But what I've really been working on more than anything is music. I've been so deep into music. I think there have been like 2 new singles since Sodatus, so people haven't really visibly been able to see it. But on my other monitors, like the thing where I have all my projects, it is just full because I've been cranking out stuff here, and it's a matter of a lot of those things are more refined than other ones. A lot of those things are just kind of like an idea that I really like. And it's the process of trying to weave those together into something feasible while also dealing with the actual making of the music, while also being a high school student with 6 periods.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's a handful, but there's stuff in the works. There's music in the works.
See, I can technically upload a video because I still have that other Valorant video that we recorded so long ago, like back in January or February. But I just haven't edited, like finished it, and I just don't feel like uploading it. I feel like if I was to come back on YouTube, it would have to be with this show, just for how much effort I'm trying to put into it. Like coming up with questions, finding the guest, finding the crew, like trying to find out what I want it to look like. Like just how much effort I'm trying to put into it. I feel like this would just be a good thing to come back to YouTube. And once I have this off my plate, then I can focus on other things.
100%.
So like, I know I've talked about this on my Twitter. For season 2, I want to do a couple IRL ones. Like I know I have a band, a rock band, that wants to hire me as a photographer. And I want to see if they want to come on and do a little interview. And I also have a friend that's a stockbroker that just watches stocks all day. But it's to the point where he's able to live in Chicago all by himself and make a living off of it. And he has a Discord of 20,000 members where he just helps people. So, like...
Definitely has a story to tell, dude.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this show does well enough and it looks well, that I can do multiple seasons and maybe get some bigger people on and basically just be able to...
dedication.
Yeah.
It's the dedication. It's the same thing with... what I found over my years of on the internet trying to make things with music, with videos, with anything you create, it's dedication. Because you're not going to improve unless you make some shit stuff that you don't realize is shit at the time, or maybe you do. But
So-
as long as you keep on going, it's inevitable you're going to improve if you try and...
So
fix
basically like the
what's wrong.
off-topic podcast, my roast, like those I just kind of put together just off the whim. Like no planning, we're just like, hey, let's do it. But I feel like I've put so much into this that it'll turn out well. Like I've gotten the 2nd episode. You're the 3rd episode. I've gotten the 2nd episode back.
3.
But I gotten the 2nd episode, which if you haven't seen it, make sure to go watch it. It was our friend Callie. Callie was 2nd episode.
Callie Van is awesome.
But
dude.
I
love Callie.
every episode is pre-recorded, and all of them are going out after all the episodes are recorded. So, like, that episode I've already seen it fully edited. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks so good. So, hey, MiMo's doing a great job. MiMo's doing a great job.
Be excited for it to go great, but be ready
if it doesn't.
But be ready if it doesn't. And just know that you need to not like dwell on that for too long.
Yeah.
And you need to just like look back, because a lot of the times, the thing with YouTube that other platforms don't have is once you have it all edited and done, it's like this. It could look great, but the second you hit upload, or the second you show it off to someone, you just immediately are like, oh, this is bad. It's a sort of thing where once you publish a video, that is really the part that you're kind of left in the dark about, unless you do a shit ton of preparing for that.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to like, a lot of the information and feedback you get on your video comes after the fact of it already being done and published and unable to fix it. So you just need to be willing to look at it all as drafts in a way, instead of final products. Because a lot of the time, something could be the most perfect thing you've ever done, and then a week later, it's shit.
Yeah, it just won't do well. So, like, yeah, just a lot of preparing and trying to get it all prepared. And that's what I'm saying. I hope it does well to where season 2 comes. But anyways, I'll probably just do a season 2 anyways. I think it's fun getting a little one-on-one, coming up with questions.
Keep at it if it's fun, dude. Keep at it if it's fun. It's the biggest thing.
I'm having trouble coming up with questions for my 4th guest, which I can't say on this episode because it would spoil it, since this is going on a weekly basis. I'll tell you after we're done. Okay. But I'm having so many, I'm having such a hard time trying to find out questions for this person. Like, I maybe have 4 questions ready, and I've been coming up with questions for the past 2 months. I just can't get it. That's why I've been asking my Discord so often. Yeah. But, it's just, some people are easier to come up with questions, some people are harder. So, speaking of questions, fuck, marry, kill, Bin Laden, Hitler, or Ted Bundy?
Bin Laden, Hitler, Ted Bundy.
Who would you fuck, who would you marry, and who would you kill?
I gotta look up pictures of these guys.
I don't know if you need to do that.
Hey, Laden, Osama bin Laden. So he did 9/11,
right? Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Ted Bundy, he's kind of like a charming guy. There's something about him.
And that's why he was able to get so many women.
I think he's the fuck.
Okay.
Fuck. Who are the other two?
You got Hitler and Bin Laden.
Hitler and Laden.
Yeah. Who would you marry and who would you kill?
So I feel like if I killed Bin Laden, I'd become rich as hell. And then if I marry Hitler, he's kind of like the worst guy ever, arguably. But he was rich as hell, dude. And that means if I marry him, I could get really close to him and then murder him. And I can take over the Nazis, and I can turn this into a water park or a Get Air. Come down to Nazi and jump on trampoline. I could make it a nice thing.
Okay, comments, this is just a joke. This is a joke. But did you want to become like Hitler's wife?
I mean, I feel like it has benefits, because if we're marrying him, we're assuming it's at the peak of his power, right?
Do you know what happened to Hitler's wife?
Now, no, I don't.
He poisoned his wife right before he killed himself.
Well, then I just get to him before he's gonna do it.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
I've seen Wolfenstein.
Do you enjoy boneless wings or bone-in wings? This is a controversial question.
Depends where I'm getting them, but in most places where you can get boneless wings, most people who get the boneless wings have never had the bone-in wings, or they're just disabled, because the bone out of wings, those are usually artificial as shit and suck and are like nuggets. But if they have the bone in them, then you could at least feel like you're eating a natural meal and not one that was made out of a factory machine,
Yeah.
Feel a little bit better about yourself.
But I don't want necessarily, I like bone out wings, the boneless, because I'm not gonna chew on bones. Like I don't want to.
I kind of do it like one of those like cartoon dinosaurs where I just take the whole thing and just chuck it in my mouth, and then I burp and the bones come out.
Okay.
That, and then it.
You do the whole like squeeze it, like twist it and pull it apart, like get the bone out, like right off the bone.
See, you're starting to get it now. You're starting to learn.
You know, it's hard for me to learn. Okay, I've been out of high school for a little bit.
Hexy, do your best impression of a mime brushing their teeth.
Wait, no, that looks so no.
Hey, MiMo,
Hey,
he's
MiMo,
gay. He's
censor
gay,
it.
guys.
MiMo,
Guys,
censor
he's
it.
gay. He's gay,
MiMo,
guys.
censor it.
He's gay.
Censor
hey,
it.
Lois.
Censor
Hey,
it.
Lois. Hey, Lois.
MiMo, censor it. Nothing happened.
Don't censor it.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Actually, no, keep it in. We gotta make 30 minutes. Do you have any like favorite like musical artist? I know we keep like bouncing around, but I'm curious. You mentioned what was his name before? What was it, Michael?
Aaron Williamson?
Oh, yeah. Do you have any?
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Do you have any like favorite musical artist that you enjoy?
Favorite is really hard because there are so many good ones that I could give you a fucking list. But at the current moment, I'm loving me some Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, he's good.
I'm loving me some MC Versions. I've started listening to their stuff because I got like invited to their Discord. And they started like being like, "Oh my god, dude, you're awesome!" And I was like, I gotta listen to their music so I don't feel like an asshole, you know. So, but they have really cool stuff. Koichi Sugi does Japanese jazz, and his tunes are crazy. A Tribe Called Quest, baby.
Oh.
Their rap is their style is definitely like my style is very reminiscent of theirs because I love A Tribe Called Quest. They have really old school hip hop stuff, and it's sick as hell. It's some really cool stuff.
Sweet. So you mentioned some of your favorite artists. Now, out of everyone you've met while creating content, I mean, you don't have to answer this question. Do you have a favorite? It could be multiple or none. That's fine too.
Favorite person I've met?
Yeah. Like, also, if it's multiple people, that's fine. If you don't have any, like, if you don't have a favorite, that's fine too. Like, you don't have to answer. I know it's a loaded question, but the people want to know. The people want to know. Who is AceThePlumber's favorite person he's met?
My favorite? Oh, God. I've met so many awesome people while doing this whole shtick, but I think some of my most, like, crazy experiences.
Please say me. Please say me. Please. Oh, you can keep going.
I'm trying to think. I'm not.
Don't worry. Take your time. We gotta reach 30.
Can't pick, dude.
Oh, you can't pick. Damn.
I'm sorry, dude. There's so many cool people.
All right.
Just floating through my head right now. And I also know for a fact if the USSR fucks see this ultra super secret realm, it's like a Discord.
Okay.
If they see this, gonna be like, wow, you didn't say us, Ace. But no,
Wow, you didn't say me, Ace?
Genuinely answering the question.
Yeah.
Not out of fear of like people being like, oh, you didn't say I'm your favorite, or not out of the. I'm not answering this out of the pressure of having to pick a favorite because I'm afraid other people will get mad at me for them not being my favorite. I just genuinely cannot pick one because I've met so many fucking cool people doing this.
Everybody is pretty cool in their own way. Yeah. So,
like,
I enjoy everybody.
They're cool for different reasons. I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah, like I'm cool to be like the person who always gets picked on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, always getting called.
A clown emoji on his face right now.
Don't do that.
Do that, MiMo.
I remember when
you're my favorite. Put a clown emoji on his face.
I remember when it's in my ACE video, but whenever you called me the cinnamon toast stick in Spanish.
Yeah, the cinnamon from the Applejack
commercials. Yeah.
The skinny cinnamon who's Jamaican. Yeah.
That was probably one of my best videos I made, just because of how much effort I put into it, especially the subtitling.
You know, it's kind of like whatever video I'm on kind of becomes their favorite. You know, it's not a big deal, but you know.
Ace?
Joke.
It's a joke, guys. It better be a joke, Ace. So.
You ever suck your own dick?
All the time. Actually, no. That's a joke. That's a joke. I can't do
You
it.
tried though, right?
No, of course not.
So you're a liar. Listen, Hexy, there are two type of men in this world. They're the ones who admit they've tried to suck their own dick, and the ones who fucking lie, which is you right now.
I don't lie. I don't lie.
Every boy has tried, dude.
Don't
Everyone's
lie.
tried.
I don't lie. I don't lie.
Some
I
succeed,
fib.
The strongest of us.
I'm not strong.
MiMo, you ever sucked your own dick?
So have you? So I've been like going in between. This is the last question I have written down for you. If you were a brand, what would be your motto?
If I was a brand?
Yeah, like you know how like Subway has Eat Fresh after they got rid of Jared Fogle. What Bud Light's like crack a cold one with the boys or something? Like what would, if you were a motto, Ace the Plumber, if you had your own brand, what would your motto be? Like I don't fix toilets.
Phone. I make phone.
I make phone.
I make phone.
Okay.
I mean, there's the part where you zoom in and add like the brand text, where it's like I make phone, and then you I make phone. That's my brand, dude. Brand.
Okay, so I have one question that I haven't written down that I want to ask you. How mad do you get when people call you swagger?
Okay, I've gone through like phases with this. Originally, when people started saying when my balls started dropping, I was like, dude, this is so cool. I'm being compared to a famous person. They think I'm cool. And then it slowly turned into a dismay and hate for being called that.
Mm-hmm.
And now from here, and then I got past that, and now I just don't care. It's just become like, I've become desensitized to it. And of course, it's at a point where I'm still like, because of my past, with like being hateful towards that, not him, but hateful towards being compared to him. I keep calling him him, just instinctually. I hesitate to say a swagger.
Oh, yeah.
Because I always feel like people are gonna clip it or something. But because there's still some dumbasses out there who are like, dude, he's totally the real guy in disguise, and we just don't know it. He has a secret.
Yeah, Swagger is secretly a senior in high school.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I still like have that natural hesitance to say it out loud. But no, I don't give a shit at this point. Like,
okay.
You can repeatedly call me that. The worst that will happen is I'll leave the call because you're getting unfunny and I'm getting bored.
All right. So, if you're watching the video, now we know Ace's real identity. He is Swagger. And that's him without the without the helmet. So Ace, here comes the part where you get to ask me the questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Where'd you get the fucking mustache?
Well, you see, it just
Get
grew.
that shit from Wish?
Well, you see, it was only like $250.
You goatee on Wish and get that delivered?
Yeah. Hey,
like
they're like, it's $250. It's gonna grow in. It's gonna grow in well. It's gonna grow in full. And here we are.
$250? You mean your weight?
No, I'm less.
Oh, my bad. $240.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're close. No. Do you have any other questions for me?
What's your skincare routine?
We see work and shower. That's it. What, you talking about my sniper?
No, I would never.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the Across the Wave show. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Is it? Yeah, sure.
That did not sound very... Anyways, thank you for coming on the show, Swagger. I hope you
roll
enjoyed
out
it.
the red carpet like the Sean Evans?
I mean, we can. Yep, we can.
This camera. This camera.
This camera.
And this camera.
And
tell the people what you're doing in your life.
Only this camera. Ace, do you have anything you want to shout out?
Ace the Plumber, there's a group channel we just started called Gavel Smash. If you check out Gavel Smash, their newest video is very funny and awesome. And also check out MiMo, the guy editing this. And
of course,
you don't have to.
You'll be down in the description.
If you really want to, you can subscribe to Hexy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one that's like really putting this on. I'm just getting the people together. You know, want a season 2 just to let me know.
Only 40% of my viewers are actually subscribed.
I haven't even checked it, but that's probably true. So it's probably more. So
yeah.
I think the last like 3 videos have gotten upwards of like 1,000 views, and I only have like 50 subscribers. So I'm pretty sure it's higher than that.
Yeah.
So I'm like one of those compilation channels that like profit off of other content creators.
You're like a walking YouTube poop.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you again for coming on, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe if you like this. Make sure to comment down below who else you want to come on for season 2, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.